Many chiropractors make it on sheer personality. They go to where they know people and they have a nice personality and they stay there and practice for 15, 20, 25 years. And if they have any treatment time, then they'll grow to a certain level of volume. Okay? What we want to have here is systems that do the work for us. So if we have all those other things, we can have a very high collection per visit because the demand for what we do is so great, because the office runs so great, the chiropractor is great, therefore we get the referrals and the demand so the collection per visit can go up. See, it's volume first, and then as volume backs up because of demand, then the fee can start to go up. You see that? We have to fill the bucket, and then the bucket's overflowing. Okay? So then what we can do, it isn't about making the bucket bigger. It's about, instead of pouring water into the bucket, we're going to pour liquid gold into the bucket. We want the bucket to be big, and then we want to start to have the concentration and the quality of what goes in it to become greater. So it's volume followed by then the increasing demographic of higher performance people paying more for your care. Many chiropractors, they don't get past the volume part. They're always in this search for volume. Okay, volume is anything over 300 visits a week. 300 visits a week is sort of the standard. You got to get to 250 plus. 250 a week is just a good, solid 75 visits a day, 4-day-a-week operation. Okay, and that's great. And you can do real well with that. Okay, with good demand and collection per visit. But if you really want to do something stratospheric, if you get 300 to 500 visits a week with a $100 to $200 collection per visit, well then start doing the math on that. Okay. All right, so now back to the command center. The mistakes that get made, the laptop, an iPad. No chiropractor should even own an iPad. There's no laptop ever in a chiropractic office anywhere. There's no iPad ever in a chiropractic office anywhere, ever. Okay, you have a real, like, I got a full-on computer, a 36-inch wide monitor, I got a Mac. I mean, I have literally 5.5 feet of computer here, but that's me because I have to. But in the Chiro Command Center, it's the keyboard, a good mouse, computer, color printer, all of course, what I need for pens, and then everything you need in here. Okay, there's the chapstick, there's the little multi-tool to open up packages. Okay, my eraser, Visine if I need it. All right. All my attorney business cards. Of course, I got my Bible. I got my dental floss. You get the idea? I've got a little tape measure, which is always just remarkably handy. Of course, you got your Scotch tape. You got your that. I've got a little tiny thing of super glue here. You can't believe how handy that is from time to time. Of course, I got my business cards ready to go. You get the idea? I've got my paper clips. I got the stapler, of course, ready to go. Oh, look at this. I've got extra batteries for my calculator ready to go. I have everything. I don't need to go out and do anything. The number of chiropractors, when I say on a Zoom, okay, print that out, and they go, okay, and they do this. And I say, where did you go? Oh, I had to go up here to where the printer is. How do you not have a printer at your command center? I had a printer at my command center 35 years ago in chiropractic college. Okay, in 1992 I had a printer right next to my computer, and there's chiropractors today going, I want to become a higher performer, and you can't even print anything at your desk. You're useless. Think about this. In any military situation, the first thing that goes in is the command center. We got to set up the place to run and organize everything else. Full on desk, computer, all communication, all tools, everything that's necessary. And then here's the chiropractor, puts in everything, and then they jam a desk and they got nothing, and they're on a laptop or an iPad, and they're just useless. And I say the word accurately, useless. You have no use value because you can't get anything done because you don't have the tools you require. All, of course, your forms, wellness plans, care plans ready to go. Okay? Then, of course, all of your business, your key receipts, the checkbook, all of the stuff that you need to run the business. Okay? You've got all your goals and stats that run everything. You've got your computer set up perfectly. Everything auto-fills. You've got your great printer. And, of course, now you're ready to run a serious high-performance business. Okay? So I cannot emphasize it enough. Okay, now a couple things I want to share with you planning-wise. And it all depends on what you have for space. And the ultimate is something that looks like this, right? Tell you what, that pen again. Ooh, we have to reload that one, okay? Something like this, right here. Full-on desk. Actually, I'll show you the real high road. It looks like this. If you can do it, you want an L-shaped thing like this with your chair here. So you have the desk and what's called a return. Okay, like a 36-inch return, it's called. You buy the one piece, you buy the other, they go together, you screw them together, and you have an L, okay? And the computer sits right here with your keyboard and mouse. The printer sits right under there. See that? You've got your 2-drawer file cabinet right there, and you hang out right in the middle. This is the ultimate. Then you have, usually have a whiteboard right here. Okay, this should be into an x-ray room. Then you can have a bench right here, right? And here's the door in. Then you can have all your chiropractic stuff in here, okay? All right, like that. There's never any chairs in any treating room. It's always benches. There's no chairs. You see a chair here. There's no chairs anywhere, okay? We use the bench, all right? Okay? So that is the ultimate right there. Desk with a return, printer, computer, mouse, everything, 2-drawer system. And if you really want to do things right, under the desk, okay, which looks like this, it's just this shell, okay? And then you slide your file cabinet underneath it like this, okay? The little Winner's Edge Black Book 3-ring binder sits here commonly. You can get this cool little pencil drawer that just screws into the bottom that slides out and can have cool stuff in there, pens, pencils, fingernail clippers, whatever. You get the idea? Super handy. This desk came from Room and Board, and even though it is awesome, it's got this metal bar around it here, and I can't get my little pencil drawer underneath there, but that's the price you pay to have a really, really sweet desk. And these things are spendy, okay? But since in the consulting world, this is where my work is done, and it sort of has to replace the chiropractic table. But okay, so that's the ultimate. Now, but Tory, I don't have room for that. Yeah, so what's your question? What's your question? What do you have room for? Okay, well, then you go with this. Okay, it's going to have to go there like that with the chair like this. That's what you get. And on the lowest end, you have to get a 4 foot. Okay, but ideally you want the 5 because you need room. Where do I put the printer? Well, I guess you're just going to have to put it up there. Okay, okay, unless you can try to get it underneath and give yourself just the littlest bit of room for your legs. Okay, and you can get smaller printers if you need to. All right, you just have to get it figured out. Okay, but in any plan that I ever draw, okay, I'm going to try to get it, you know, like this. And ultimately, I'll be able to see out and I'll be able to see the front and see every single person come in. This is one of my inventions, the sightline concept, okay? Sometimes you can get that, sometimes you can't, all right? So you have to look at your office and say, do I have everything I need to run a high-performance business, or am I trying to run a high-performance business off of a laptop and a standing, useless whatever? You get the idea? So, in all newer offices, everything orbits around the command center. In all existing offices, you have to make sure the command center has all the capabilities that you need to do what you want to do. Now, if you want to do big things in practice, well, then you have to have a great command center. If you really are just kind of, well, you know, well, then you can just get by with whatever, okay? All right, but at Winner's Edge, we teach everything to the highest level ever in chiropractic, okay? Best therapy, best flow, best fee structure, best plans, best money flow, best team meeting agenda, the highest performance, everything that we can come up with in chiropractic. And the core of that for the doctor is where does the doctor operate? Remember now, every person that comes in has to have a home. This chiropractor comes in and this is their home, okay? And if we got a front desk like this, okay? We got Cia number 1, that's her home right there. And let's say we have a back desk like this, okay? There's a nice desk with the computer and everything here. Well, Cia number 2, that's their home. Everybody needs a place. Where do I put my jacket? Where do they put their purse? Where do you have your home? Where do you sit when you're not seeing people? Okay? So they need, every person in the office needs a home. Okay? All right? That's equipped. Pens, full computer, everything, 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 everything. Now, every person is capable of getting a lot done during the hours that we're there. Okay? So let's make sure the Doctor Command Center is set up perfectly. Okay? Many of you, this will be easy. It'll just be a matter of upgrading some of your equipment. Some of you, because of the space you have, all right, you might have to look forward to doing this in the next office or modifying it as best you can. Even if you just have to have the 4-foot thing in the corner with the chair facing a wall, you need the place to operate, and that can work fine. Okay? We're just going to get the monitor up on a bracket. We'll get the keyboard underneath it. We'll get everything set up under here, get my printer and get that. I just need a little room for my legs, and I can run a serious business from here. Okay? But if you do have the space, the desk with the return is the ultimate. Okay? So the DC Command Center, the core, the center of all high-performance operations. Great job.